If you've read 1984 from George Orwell, the story doesn't really talk about how they got where they are. What we're seeing happening in the UK is exactly how it all started. I want to show you a bunch of videos today to put some perspective to this because it is absolutely insane what is going on right now. Woo! Let's start with the first video. Listen to this.
We have some breaking news now, and a woman has been arrested by Cheshire Police in relation to an inaccurate information on social media about the attacker in the Southport murders. It says a 55-year-old woman from near Chester was arrested earlier today, Thursday the 8th, of course, on suspicion of publishing written material to stir up racial hatred and false communications. She is currently being held in police custody.
Did you hear what she just said? For posting something online that was incorrect, that was inaccurate. Let's say that this is true. Let's say that what she said, what she posted online was incorrect. Sure. How much content online is incorrect? How much posts on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, name the platform, are actually wrong? The UK is arresting people for posting stuff online.
Chief Superintendent Alison Ross has also made a statement saying that this is in relation to a post which has been fueled by malicious and the protest rather has been fueled by malicious and inaccurate communications online. It is a stark reminder of the dangers of posting information on social media platforms without checking the accuracy. It's also a warning that we are all accountable for our actions.
She basically said that we are responsible for what we post online. You know what? I agree. We should be responsible for what we post online. There's always consequences, right? Free speech doesn't prevent you from consequences. It just stops the government from censoring you. Who's holding the government accountable? Because who gets to decide what is true and what isn't? The government? Is that who really, is that the people that we trust to actually decide what is true and what isn't? Because I don't know any politician that's not a liar. So who is supposed to dictate who is right, who is wrong? Clearly, the UK has no free speech anymore because the government is going after people for saying stuff that they don't agree with. I'm not even saying that it's true or it's inaccurate. All they're saying is that they're going after people for posting stuff online. But this, unfortunately, is just one of the videos I wanted to show you about this, because there's another one. This is the first video I saw this week about this, and this is an actual arrest. So this is a UK man that posted something online and recorded the arrest. Listen to this.
Okay, so
what do you mean I can't have any alcohol?
okay, well I'll tell you. Okay, the time's 20 to 3, 14:40. I'm arresting you on suspicion of improper use of the electronic communications network. I'm just
What?
127 of the Communications Act. Okay, so you do not have to say that it may harm your defence if you don't mention one question, something which you later are in court. Anything you do say may be given evidence. Do you understand that?
So I'm actually being
You're
arrested?
going to be arrested, okay?
Right,
Take
and-
that to the police station.
Right.
Ask you, okay, this is in relation to some comments that you've made on a Facebook page. Okay?
Oh, really? Oh, it's a Facebook crime, is it?
Okay.
Right.
So,
He's getting arrested by 2 police officers regarding posts he made online.
Right,
so we need to ask you some questions about that.
right.
Have you got anything in your pockets, Thomas?
I've got my keys. No, that's about it, I think. Keys.
So, anyone who's been arrested, we can search them under Section 32 of the Peace and Benevolence Act.
Right.
And that's for dangerous items.
Hey, I mean, you said I was going to be arrested under some what information? I'm going to be
We've had
arrested for
reports that
posting on
you've made
Facebook.
some comments that are offensive, obscene, and people have made a complaint.
They're telling him that he's being arrested because he hurt people's feeling online. People insult me on a daily basis. I've received messages telling me they're going to kill me. I receive hate messages every day. I get hate comments every day. I get called racist. I get called misogynist. I get called a white supremacist. I get called all the names that you can imagine. Do you think that they're going to go after those people? Because I don't think they should. As a guy that gets hundreds of those comments every day, all good with me. You want to be able, I want people to tell me what they really think. I want to know what people think. I got no problem with people insulting me, calling me names. You know what? It's part of the game. As soon as you have an opinion and you're ready to share it online, this is one of the consequences. As soon as you hit the public eye, people will say something about you. You might like it, you might not like it, but guess what? That comes with the territory. Social media platforms have been created in order for people to be able to speak to each other, in order to share information with each other all across the world. I can get information from wherever in the world just by being on my phone, being on my laptop, just by being connected on the internet. That's the whole point of this. This is the whole point of social media, is to be able to speak to one another. And now, this is, you know, if you go back in history, this is our public place. This is where people go to exchange ideas, because people don't meet in the park anymore, right? And our park has become a lot bigger. It's worldwide now. So people just have places like social media where they can talk to one another. That's all it is. This is what social media is. Your feelings are always going to get hurt. There's always somebody that's going to say something that might offend you. But you know what? We're not responsible for this. I say I say things that shock people every day. I don't go out of my way to try to be an asshole, but I will say what needs to get said when it needs to get said. If this hurts your feelings, that's on you. That is your problem. I'm not responsible for the way that you feel, in the same way as I'm not responsible for people that are insulting me day in, day out. It's fine. I don't do it, but if people want to do it to me, that is fine. I can deal with it. That's part of the job. Let's finish the video here.
About that, and it's
And can you tell me what this comment was?
Okay, well, we'll do that when we interview.
All right. And so, what am I going to be locked up for the night, or?
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Right. Do I need to
Unless
take
you
my
film
medications
us.
with me?
Yes, we will look at taking all of those.
When do you need to take them?
Well, I've got.
The video's pretty much done at this point. Like, they're going to go on for about 30 more seconds of just discussing about what he can bring or not. But the point is that you got two police officers that show up to his place to arrest him for a comment that he made. They cannot tell him what the comment is. They cannot say was it really hateful? Was it really that bad of a comment? They don't know, they can't tell, and they won't say. Once we interview you, we'll let you know what you've done wrong. But for the time being, you need to follow us. That's insanity. That is absolute insanity. But this is what is happening in the UK right now. So Joe Rogan talked about this on his podcast yesterday.
You're seeing it now in England, where people are getting arrested for tweets.
Yeah.
England, you know, people talk about Soviet Russia, like how bad Russia is in terms of cracking down on thought police and cracking down on bad tweets and things like that. I think the statistics are, I think England I think there's something like 4,000 people have been arrested in England for thought crimes, where they've said things online that people find to be a hateful thing or a problematic thing.
I don't know if you saw the caption. It's not 4,000, but it's 3,300. And I confirmed it this morning. It is indeed 3,300 people have been arrested because of social media posts that they've made.
And I think it's only 200 in Russia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That says a lot.
Number is not 200, but 400. People have a tendency to believe that Russia is worse on censorship than anywhere else in the world, obviously outside of China and North Korea. But the statistics are showing now that the UK has more than 3,300 people arrested on social media posts, when Russia only has 400. It's almost 10 times worse in the UK than it is in Russia. Let's continue.
Yeah.
Maybe in Russia they're too scared to do it at all.
Could be. Yeah. But the fact that they're comfortable with finding people who've said something that they disagree with and putting them in a fucking cage in England in 2024 is really wild.
Yeah.
Especially they're saying you get arrested just for retweeting something.
Said something very interesting here. Is it because that they're scared to post, or is it that they get arrested less even though a lot of people post? That's a very good question, and unfortunately I do not have those numbers. I cannot tell you which one is accurate, but the point in the matter is that right now, currently, there's 10 times more people, just under 10 times more people that have been arrested for dangerous tweets and social media posts than in the UK than in Russia. Now, here's a politician that will try to explain why they do this. They will try to tell you why it's important that they do what they do.
The offence of incitement to racial hatred involves publishing or distributing material which is insulting or abusive, which is intended to or likely to start racial hatred. So if you retweet that, then you're republishing that, and then potentially you're committing that offence. And we do have dedicated police officers who are scouring social media. Their job is to look for this material.
Not only are they punishing people for making hateful comments online when hate is a matter of perspective, they cannot define what a hateful comment really is. It's all based on emotions and how somebody feels. What I find to be hateful might be completely different from you. And they're basing, not only do they now have laws catching people and putting them in prison, he said that they have dedicated police officers that are going through the internet looking to arrest people. So it's not just complaints. It's not just people saying, oh, that person is awful, that person's hateful, that person is a racist, that person is this, that person is that. No. You have police officers, people that are paid with your tax money, that are scavenging the internet looking for hateful speech. He's talking about racism. You know what? Racism is shit. Racism should not exist. I agree. But what is a racist comment? Because Trump called Kamala Harris incompetent and an idiot, and she was dumb. I think the words that he used is dumb. I called Kamala Harris incompetent. You know what both Donald Trump and I got in comment on this one? We got called racist. So people are calling me racist because I'm calling somebody incompetent. I'm not calling her incompetent because she's a black woman. I'm calling her incompetent because she's incompetent. I don't really give a fuck about her sex and her race. Doesn't matter to me. So who defines what is racist? Because now that's what we're hearing, is that they're looking for hateful speech that cannot be defined because it's based on somebody's emotions, telling us that racist comments are also bad. But what is considered racist? So me saying that somebody's incompetent is racist because she's black, yet the same people that accuse me of being racist, the first thing that they say is the reason I'm racist is because I'm a white supremacist. So they're calling me racist based on my race. How fucking hilarious is this? But this is the reality. This is where we live in right now. We are looking at the government telling us what they consider to be hate, when a hate cannot be defined because it's based on emotions. And this is the problem. This is really the big problem here. This is what we call cultural Marxism. And because this is hate can be manipulated to mean anything. Anything can be hateful. Me saying that the sky is blue could be hurtful to somebody that is colorblind because he doesn't get to experience the beauty of the blue. My speech could be hurtful to a blind person because they never got to see the sky. Am I being hateful? Or is it just a matter of interpretation? And this is the problem that we're seeing right now. So people in the UK are being arrested based on feelings.